a renovation series that pairs celebrities with the Property Brothers to create heartfelt surprises. Does that formula still move audiences? With Season 10 of Celebrity IOU now airing amid a sweeping wave of HGTV cancellations and growing viewer fatigue, the time feels ripe to ask, is the show outstaying its welcome or offering something uniquely comforting when the network itself seems to be unraveling? Since its debut in April 2020, Celebrity IOU has stood out for its emotionally charged format. Drew and Jonathan Scott team up with celebrities to renovate homes for someone special in their lives, often as a gesture of gratitude and love. Each episode centers around a celebrity who dives into demolition and design, aiming to surprise a recipient, whether friend, family member, or mentor, with a customized space. This blend of personal storytelling and reveal-driven design has consistently hooked audiences with tear-jerking surprises and intimate narratives. Season 10 premiered on Wednesday, July 9, 2025, and runs through August 13, 2025, spanning 6 emotionally resonant episodes. Here's the celebrity lineup: Rachel Brosnahan, leading the season with a kitchen and dining area makeover for her best friend's parents, figures she described as like a second set of parents, especially meaningful amid health struggles. Tyra Banks, bringing charisma and her signature smizing energy to the renovation process. Josh Gad, the Tony-winning, Grammy-nominated actor known for his warmth and humor, lending heart to the project. Joel McHale, the Emmy-nominated comedian beloved for his quick wit, adding levity and unexpected sincerity. Jane Seymour, donning painter's overalls alongside Jonathan as she transforms a backyard into a playful outdoor oasis. Shaun White, the Olympic snowboarding icon, surprising his childhood best friend with a dramatic kitchen makeover, complete with a prank-filled entrance and a deeply emotional reveal. A quick pause. If you want to stay updated on all things HGTV, make sure to hit that subscribe button, like the video if you're enjoying it so far, and drop a comment to share your thoughts. All right, let's jump back in. These episodes underscore the show's potent combination of star power, emotional storytelling, and surprise-driven design. Despite these high points, criticism is growing, especially around the Season 10 premiere featuring Rachel Brosnahan. Some viewers and reviewers found the episode overly familiar, even for a star of her stature. The surprise doorbell entrance, demolition montage, paint chips, color picks, and emotional reveal all felt predictable. Critics argue Celebrity IOU now runs on autopilot, and that it may be time to either reinvent the series or retire its format. Yet Celebrity IOU continues to air, even as several other HGTV staples are being canceled or delayed. This suggests that the network still sees distinct value in the series. It offers stories of gratitude, surprise, and transformation, elements many viewers still crave. In contrast, a wave of beloved shows has been removed from the lineup, signaling a seismic shift in programming strategy. The summer of 2025 ushered in a sweeping change across HGTV. Within a few weeks, cancellations hit many fan favorites. Shows like Bargain Block, Farmhouse Fixer, Married to Real Estate, Izzy Does It, Christina on the Coast, The Flipping El Musas, and Battle on the Beach all ended suddenly. The volume and speed of the cancellations shocked fans. Social media lit up with frustration, with many users demanding answers and promising to turn off HGTV if its programming quality kept slipping. Gradually, behind-the-scenes explanations emerged. Rising production costs, driven by booming material prices and persistent supply chain delays, were said to be a major factor. Renovation-heavy shows can cost up to $500,000 per episode, making them harder to justify in a tightening budget environment. In contrast, lower-cost real estate shows with minimal renovation elements cost far less, allowing for more flexible production schedules and better profit margins. Corporate restructuring also played a role. HGTV's parent company reorganized into separate divisions, with new financial targets for each. The emphasis was on trimming high-cost productions, streamlining programming, and favoring series with predictable audience retention. In such a climate, shows requiring elaborate renovations, extensive on-site crews, and costly materials were far more vulnerable. The shakeup even affected the Property Brothers themselves. New shows like Chasing the West and Don't Hate Your House, originally announced with summer premiere dates, were suddenly delayed with no firm return schedule. Against this backdrop, Celebrity IOU stood out as one of the few renovation-driven programs to keep its place, airing on schedule and maintaining its promotional push. Cancellations sparked personal responses from the stars involved. Some expressed disappointment, others gratitude toward their fans, and some leaned into humor. For many, these cancellations were more than professional setbacks. They disrupted long-running production teams, local businesses connected to filming, and loyal audiences who had invested emotionally in the hosts' journeys. Fans, meanwhile, voiced frustration and nostalgia. Many demanded that the network bring back older formats and personalities, arguing that HGTV's unique identity was at risk. Others acknowledged the financial pressures, but questioned whether cutting so many distinctive shows would hurt long-term viewership. Amid this tension, a handful of programs survived, and Celebrity IOU was one of them. So why this show? One reason is the power of emotional storytelling combined with celebrity branding. The presence of high-profile guests guarantees media coverage, helping the network market the show beyond its core audience. Viewers are drawn not only by the renovation, but by the chance to see celebrities in a more personal, vulnerable light, sharing memories, wielding power tools, and surprising people who have shaped their lives. Another reason is that the format, while costly, is less complex than multi-property flips or competition-based reality shows. Each episode centers on a single location and a small focus team, which can make logistics easier to manage and budgets more predictable. There's also the strategic role the show plays. In an era where much of HGTV's lineup has shifted toward lower-cost formats, Celebrity IOU offers a premium feel that can anchor primetime slots, providing variety without overwhelming production budgets. However, this survival is not a free pass. The criticisms about repetition are real. The structure, celebrity introduction, honorary backstory, demolition montage, design chats, and tearful reveal has remained almost unchanged for years. For fans who have watched from the start, the emotional beats are familiar enough to predict. If the show wants to continue thriving, it may need to evolve. Possible improvements include adding twists to the reveal format, choosing more unconventional spaces to renovate, deepening the narrative with behind-the-scenes moments, or even integrating charitable and community-focused elements that expand its impact. Supporters argue that the show's consistency is part of its charm, that the predictability allows the emotional core to shine. They see it as comfort television, warm, uplifting, and easy to watch, especially in times of uncertainty. Detractors, however, warn that too much predictability risks boredom and eventual audience erosion. From its emotionally charged beginnings to its current high-profile guest lineup, Celebrity IOU has inspired gratitude and connection through design. It has navigated an evolving television landscape, survived a wave of network cuts, and maintained a loyal audience. But the question remains, can it keep delivering that emotional spark without fresh creative risks? Or will familiarity eventually dull its impact? What do you think? Is Celebrity IOU the exception that proves the rule? Or is it due for reinvention? Share your thoughts in the comments. If you enjoyed this video, give it a like, subscribe to the channel, and turn on notifications so you don't miss future uploads.